Yeah, like I know you want to talk about how your boy is playing with the little interception he got right now. So yeah, we know you're gonna talk about defense on that note.
First off, he disqualified. He disqualified because the motherfucker was a receiver in college.
Thank
So
you,
he,
thank you.
so he let the
Somebody
man.
said it.
But
He
listen,
was a receiver at Bama.
hey, we'll let the man go through. We'll let everybody, everybody that don't pay attention. Let him say, oh man, he just the greatest athlete ever. He got taught how to catch as a wide receiver, so it's fine.
He went to Bama as a receiver. Oh God, he been running over everybody in the field.
Hold on, time out. So what was Lamar Jackson drafted as? So what was an athlete?
A fucking athlete. Shit.
A fucking athlete. An athlete. Hey, he could have lined up
Yes.
as DN.
I text you back and say yes.
No, man, I ain't hating on him, man. No,
Okay.
hey, he the truth though. He the truth. But I'm gonna tell you, teams gonna stop throwing at him. They gonna, cause they're not gonna just sit there and let you rack up fucking interceptions just to rack them up.
I'm with it.
Hey, hey, this is the only reason why I'm saying no. Cause Ed Reed put that bitch in the end zone on you. Ed Reed put the end zone on you from anywhere. Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Are you speaking of rookie, defensive rookie of the year, or are you talking about defensive player of the year? Because that's oh well, hey, look, that's different now. Because okay, because you gotta understand now. When it comes down to the sacks, they love sacks over interceptions. Because look at Rhodes, look at Xavier Rhodes. I think it was Xavier Rhodes for no, not yeah, Xavier Rhodes and the kid from Miami. They both had 8 interceptions. They weren't even talked about as defensive player of the year last year. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at the guy that go ahead. I mean, 1,700 yards.
He's got
hey, don't sleep on Kyler Murray neither. Hey, well, so all the people that you mentioned, I got all of them in my top five. Um, the only reason why I would give Lamar Jackson an edge, and people call me a homer, is the fact that what his team has endured before the season even got started, and him to be in the same in the conversation. Because if you take the top lineman from any one of those other teams, all three of their starting running backs, and then turn around and couple that with a one veteran wide receiver and a bunch of other people, and then say, hey, go be 4-1, that would be hard for any of those quarterbacks to do. I'm not saying they can't do it, and the one that probably could do it, it'll probably be Brady because he's used to playing with not so much of when it come down to the best talent. Now he does have a great team now, but if you take the top offensive lineman and Mike Williams away from Justin Herbert, and it's just Keenan Allen, and then whoever you want to couple in as a running back, Austin Eckler, what kind of team do you think they would be? And that's the only reason why I would say he has not even, I wouldn't even say a half a point of an edge on anybody else because it's also about your preference. What do you prefer as an MVP? Because let's be real, Lamar Jackson. You take Lamar Jackson off the Baltimore Ravens. What are the Ravens? But it's not how it says MVP, but it don't mean that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I mean, you make a compelling point, especially what he did last. What was that Monday night? I mean, it was spectacular, right? And I think he did, put the rest of the doubters, to sleep or to rest for a little bit, right? But he's always going to have those certain stigmas attached to him, his accuracy and things of that nature. But the only thing I would say to that is the argument that you brought up, which is a hell of an argument. But I think the records, when we coming down to like actually wrapping it up for MVP, is going to matter more than actually what you had to work with, right? So if he continue to win, and he have, I say, the best record or one of the best records in the AFC or in the NFL, I think he would edge it out. But I think the record is going to be more important than what you had to work with. You understand where I'm coming from? Because
Yeah.
I think that you did just now was like second, third level. And when it comes to the sports writers and the fans, they just kind of care about the record, the numbers, touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, yeah,
but selling point.
yeah. Because
I mean,
even Brady gonna get the LeBron treatment. Hey, we seen this before. No way I'm broken Brady.
Yeah,
No way. That's what
yeah,
somebody on the outside of the seat.
that's true. That's true. That's true. And last but not least, I say my top five teams, man. I got the Bills right now. And man, it's a little suspect, right? Because when you look at their strength of schedule and the people that they beat, they don't got a real awesome resume other than really the Kansas City Chiefs beating them handily, right? But from the games that I've seen the Bills, man, those guys just look head above hill. Like they just look on a different level than all the teams that they played.
they're clicking.
Say again?
They're clicking.
Yeah,
You can tell the team is vibing. They're clicking. They're all on the same page.
that's correct. And then you got the Cardinals. I mean, honestly, I didn't see this from Kyler Murray. Like I always knew he was an accurate quarterback. You when you can go play baseball or be a quarterback, you know that you probably gonna be accurate as hell. And if you remember, Russell Wilson was also gonna be go play baseball before he actually started playing quarterback for the.
Pause. That man said D.
That's the only 2 cents you gonna throw in, huh? You just gonna talk some shit? Peanut gallery over here.
Yeah. That
Go.
man was like,
You already know me. Go ahead, somebody else.
all right, so I'm gonna try this thing. So, all right, so I'm gonna just give you my five, and then I'm gonna explain a little bit why I got them, why I have them. So the Bucks is gonna be number one for me. Uh, Cards is gonna be two. The Bills is gonna be three. Chargers gonna be four, and then the Rams gonna be five. Um, the reason why I got the Bucks one is because the Bucks is probably the only team that can have a shit game and still win because they got Pro Bowlers everywhere. Offense, defense, special teams, linemen, Pro Bowlers are everywhere. All pro motherfuckers are everywhere on their team. And you got to remember, you can't not make any mistake at all. Like the Rams are the equivalent to them. That's the reason why the Rams beat. Like you can't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, the Bucks are just gonna flat out beat you. Um, and then to turn around and couple that, and you give Antonio Brown, Gronk, and freaking Godwin a Tom Brady type of quarterback. That's just unfair. That's Madden like. You know what I'm saying? And then you have that defense, all those guys on defense. The weakness is their secondary. Just think about that. That's their weakness. So the Cardinals. The reason why I got the Cardinals at number two is because they have a bad game and they have struggled with teams, particularly with the 49ers. Now I know it's a divisional opponent, but I have seen them. If they don't get the touchdown like they normally supposed to get, you can beat them. You can beat them. Now, I will tell you this: if they stay undefeated, they'll probably move in the first spot. In the first spot, because I think they need to just show up a little bit of stuff with their run game. If they show up their run game, they'll easily move in my number one spot. The Bills have fixed their defense, but I look at them being in the same exact boat with the Baltimore Ravens if they don't get a run game that's consistent. They can't keep having the running backs go for 45 to 50 yards and think that's going to be sustainable. Because what happens when you get a team that's going to keep the ball away from you, or a team that can score just like you, and you got to play keep away. You're not going to be able to do it without having some kind of run game, some kind of element of a run game. And the Chargers, the reason why I don't have the Chargers higher on this list is because they still battling through injuries, and then they still need to define what kind of pass rush they're going to get on defense. Losing Ingram, it was huge. You know, they didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it is huge because now it's kind of like, hey, we don't really have that threat. So it's just like, hey, just double team Bosa, and we good. We'll live with whatever the results are. And I will tell you now, Nasir Adderley and Derwin James, those boys are playing out of their fucking mind when it comes down to what they're doing. You know, the dude had 11 tackles, and it was like the second quarter.
David.
So those guys are playing. Those guys are balling. And then you give them an offensive player like Justin Herbert, and now that they're starting to incorporate Mike Williams a lot more, and Austin Eckler is not having to run it 25 or 30 times, that's going to spell disaster for the teams that they play. And then my fifth team, the Rams. The Rams, reason why I can't put them higher because they lost some stuff in the secondary and they get exploited sometimes. So if they don't get home, if Aaron Donald and them don't get home, then they kind of, hey, it's like, okay, we can't play defense how we want to, but we still can stop you if we need to. And the last thing is they need the same thing the Chargers, not the Chargers, but the Bills need. They need to get that back to their run game because they need to keep it. You can't have a guy go 100 yards one time and then he get 18 yards the next game. You need to keep that consistency because in the playoffs, that's how you're going to beat teams and keep them down.
I didn't hear your MVP.
Oh, and my MVP, it has to be the obvious, Lamar Jackson. Because we have to stop trying to exclude the total complete picture of the quarterback. Running yards, rushing touchdowns, it has to be a stat. It's a stat that's tracked. For some odd reason, we look at it as is a knock on the quarterback because he can do it. And in all actuality, all 32 quarterbacks on all starting team on all starting quarterbacks on all 32 teams, yeah, they can run physically, but what do they do when it comes down to bringing it to the game? And I just feel for the front game, but then you look at Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, and they're highlighted for it. It's like, hey, oh, wait a minute. Oh, these little guys, they move around, they scamper. It's pretty good. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. But when DeMar do it, he's a running back. When Russell Wilson does it, it's the best thing in the world. It's like, man, he avoids people and he runs down the field 15 yards. Then he comes back again, he avoids people. Then he's a 50-yard touchdown to DK Metcalf. Man, I tell you, I love that Russell Wilson kid. So I just think they need to look at that and say, hey, okay, are we going to allow this to be included in the voting or not? But if it's not, if it's not Lamar, it has to be Tom Brady. What, we in class now?
Hey, KD, I got two questions, man. All right, so you got the Bucks as your number one team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, so do you think the Bucks secondary is better than the Rams secondary right now? Because the Bucks, you got to remember they took a lot of L's in their secondary, and they ended up going to get Richard Sherman off the couch, and he started. So it's a big question mark about their secondary would be for them.
No. Because you got to remember now. A component about the secondary that's never tracked is what you can do up front on the front seven. So if my pass rush, hell, me, all four of us can go in there, be in that secondary and get some interceptions. Because I look at it, the Bucks front four is better overall than the Rams front four, if that makes sense to you. So with that being said, by default, I have to give them the nod at that particular point because think about it. If the Bucks don't get home, yeah, that's the issue. But if you got Vita Vea, Shaq Barrett, JPP, and Ndamukong Suh, three of the four of those guys are double teams automatically. Unless you're gonna have a 7-man line, you're not blocking all them guys. And then even then, one of them gonna come free. So right then and there, you got coverage sacks. Now I will tell you the reason why they got a Richard Sherman is because that's what they were getting beat at. It wasn't the point to where hey they allowed a deep ball to be thrown. It was to the short and intermediate side. Now it's because Richard Sherman ain't beating nobody. He ain't beating nobody running up and down the field. He's not. He's more of a stay in his zone and cover people until we can get home, and that's it.
You make a compelling point there, and one additional thing I wanted to say is about the quarterback. You're so right, man. The next 5 to 10 years, look at the prototypical quarterback. They are going to look different. There's not going to be any more statuesque quarterbacks just sitting back. And you can think about all the teams that we just named in our top 5. All of them except for Tom Brady, which he is a relic, is the only quarterback that is statuesque. All these other can get out the pocket and go get you 10. And go get you food. So,
Yeah, because a lot of people, I don't know why, a lot of people are oblivious to Justin Herbert's ability to run. And I'm like, look, the guy can move just as good as he can throw it. He just doesn't have to do it.
So I think that comes down because I think some like what we consider like what is a rushing quarterback though. You know what I mean? So if you look at all like the top quarterbacks, all of them are relatively mobile. But I think when it comes to Lamar Jackson, because of the way he gains his yard, he kind of plays a penalty where as opposed to I'm going to extend the play the way Patrick Mahomes does or the way Kyler Murray does, I'm just going to go get mine. So we kind of take that in for granted. But one thing I will say, what I'm very impressed with Lamar Jackson is, so he kind of reminded me like if Michael Vick would have been more focused, right? So when Michael Vick, when he was on point, he would do amazing things. But every year after year, we watched Lamar Jackson improve, right? Until we got that finished product of what we saw, where you're completing 80% of your passes, you're throwing for 400 yards and running the ball. What are you going to do against that? You can't. I don't care who you are. what defense you have, you can't scheme for that. There's nothing you can do about that.
Lamar Jackson currently right now is willing his team to win.
Exactly, and he don't even have his A squad with him.
Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Third quarter, being down 19, 6 minutes in the third quarter, most quarterbacks would have been like, all right, coach, I'm icing my shit up for the night. Go ahead, get them other boys some reps. These motherfuckers was like, nah, we still fighting. I'm like, bro, what is going on? And I don't know how the fuck it happened. I still don't know how it happened to this day. I'm like, these motherfuckers about to win this game? Yep, they won that motherfucker.
But I tell you what, man, it's so sad because there's other prototypes before the Lamar Jackson that had such an upside, but the coaching wasn't able to catch up with their skill set. A la Vince Young, a la man,
Pat White.
Pat White. Man, it's a number of quarterbacks that came into this league. RG3, he ended up getting hurt, but it's a number of these quarterbacks that had the same skill set. Can't run it downfield as well as Lamar Jackson. I've never seen nobody run down the field like Lamar Jackson, other than Michael Vick, who actually looked like a running back when they told that thing, right? But it's so many other quarterbacks who had this skill set that could have been very, very good, that the offensive coordinators and the offense wasn't able to have that open mind of what a quarterback could be.
You know, I wasn't even going with the size of a quarterback, right? So if you would have 10, 15 years ago, you wouldn't even sneeze at a Russell Wilson or a Kyler Murray. You've been like 5'10". There's no way. He's too small. He can't play the position. But now going back to like where we watch, how we got a lot of these, because they're athletes, right? So when they come up, they're playing multiple sports. They have a different skill set. They can do things that weren't imaginable before. But before it would be all right. We want somebody going to sit there and stand in the pocket, and he's just going to sit in there. We don't need him to run unless he needs to pick up a couple yards for the first down. But those athletes are gone. Like you brought up earlier, like Tom Brady. That's probably the last we're going to see that. He's a dinosaur. That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
because I look at it too, like because I coached the game. So like I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but the RPO, the birth of the RPO in the early 2000s, maybe 2010ish or whatnot. So when the RPOs got incorporated, I think it was Chip Kelly was the major facilitator of it, of basically running it around. So when the RPOs got out, it was like, hey, okay, now we need a shiftier quarterback. But what people were doing was they were using wide receivers to do it initially. So they would basically jet sweep, and there would be a wide receiver that would come down, and they'll basically say, hey, okay, look, we don't really have to block this person on the end. Okay, cool, wait a minute, we can do that with a linebacker too? So now they started to do that. Now colleges was doing it. Now it's starting to leak into the pros. So where the pros are like, hey, you know what? Shit, the hell with play action, I'm going to do RPO. Because guess what? With play action, I'm always going to fake it, but I'm never going to give it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like if I call a play action fake, it's always going to be a pass at the end of the day. It's going to be some kind of run fake. But if I call it an RPO, shit, hey, depending on what the defense does, that shit turns to a run. And I got a blocking scheme always set up to action that happens. So it's basically essentially two plays in one. So with that being said, you can't have a statue of a Tom Brady back there because if we do pull it and run it, shit, I can catch his old ass.
Right. But what did they used to say about 10 years ago when you would that run play option, right? They would say, oh, you were dumbing down the playbook, right? Because if you weren't, 3 to 5 second drop, or if you didn't take the ball under center, it was because you weren't smart enough to run the offense.
Yep, absolutely.
Where but I've only coached at the youth level, but I know, like, if I'm a coach, I'm gonna build my team around my players' skill set, not trying to force them to do something you're not comfortable with.
And that's big because that's why I think the Ravens are having some sort of success because they didn't say, hey, I want me a guy that can throw 40, 50 passes a game. They said, hey, okay, we're going to take this guy who's not the traditional quarterback and we're going to build around him. And what did they do? Nothing but speed around him, nothing but good running backs around him, and say, hey, we're going to thousands of J.K. Dobbins jerseys in or around M&T Bank Stadium every fucking time they play. Because they understand the concept of, hey, look, we need multiple faceted running backs to help couple with Lamar Jackson.
Not only that, gentlemen. Turn that one off real quick. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Just watch. Just watch this Sunday. Every quarterback that runs the option, most quarterback, the option has never been a very powerful thing in the NFL. In college, it's always been popular, right? Because it really makes that DN sit down and have to read what the hell is going on. Times in the NFL, you would see that defensive end crash down trying to get the running back because they never had the fear quarterback pulling it in. With Kaepernick, when he ran all over Green Bay that year in the championship, he ran like 60 yards. He just pulled it. The DN missed. He pulled it, ran 60 yards down the field. It'd be so open every week in the NFL that these quarterbacks just hand the ball off. But I'm telling you, in big third down situations, later in the season, you're gonna see some of these quarterbacks start to pull these options and run big yards, man.
Last week is a perfect example. That 30-16 for the Cardinals when Kyler Murray got them yards.
And again, that wrinkle that defenses never really had to take into account because of the quarterbacks of old. Hell, and Peyton Manning, they didn't even run an option with Peyton Manning. For what? There's no option. I'm giving it to Andrew James. You know what I'm saying? So now these mobile quarterbacks is such a big wrinkle, right? I see it every week with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, and it kind of kills me, but I understand, right? Because you gotta understand, quarterback is without your quarterback, man, you're not going anywhere. So I understand how it's feel about their main chess piece, trying to protect them. But sometimes it's an easy 3rd and 5 call for the quarterback to pull it because the DN is crashing down every time. It kills me when I see it, man. But it plays a huge factor nowadays. The quarterback being able to just pull it and run for those 5 or 10 yards.
So I'll say it like that to kind of add on to your point there. Having a mobile quarterback nowadays is like having a cheat code in real life because you having that threat there. I like to call it a +1 rusher, right? Because you got sometimes you got the running back, fullback, however you have it out there, but you force defenses to get out of their comfort zone, and when defenses have to dedicate a spy to a mobile quarterback, that's one less man in the box. That's one less man out in coverage. That's one less man that is able to make a play on the ball down the field because that man's one and only job is keep that motherfucker in the pocket. And if he steps out the pocket, I need to grease his ass hard and make him stay in that pocket. All right. And that's why it's called +1 in the run game because just like you said, quarterback pulls it, he sees the DN crashing down on his running back. Boom! I'm gonna pull it, and I'm just gonna skirt around this dude, and I'm gonna run downfield and force him to have to hit me.
And the scariest defense to play versus a mobile quarterback is man coverage. Your cornerbacks, your linebackers turn their back, and now the quarterback is running past their ass. So it is tough. The majority of the teams in the NFL run some kind of vanilla zone coverage. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you can run man coverage, you really give the quarterback fits. But the thing about it is, when you have a mobile quarterback, you could give up damn near 30 yards before you even get touched. In the right situations, that quarterback get outside the pocket, everybody's running verticals. The cornerback's backs turn, the safety's back turn. It's just an easy out.
Now you're forcing a linebacker to get out there and try to chase that man down.
Ain't gonna happen, Doc.
Yeah. I lost both my Hammies.com.
top five. Man, coming in, I had my top five set, and listening to some of y'all's feedback has definitely got me kind of thinking maybe switching my list around. But I say like the number one, I have the Bills. As I said earlier, right now they're just clicking. They're out there, they're doing their thing, they're able to what's the phrase I'm looking for? Exert their will on opposing teams. This is what we're gonna do. This is the game we're gonna play. And if you want to have any chance of beating us, you got to stop us from playing our game. That being said, they who was it earlier that said they don't got the best resume? When you look at the teams that they play, and I can kind of see that. That being said, they I can't think of a team that really got the upper hand on them and really got them out of their comfort zone. That being said, honestly, I got Cardinals at number two, and that's there's not a lot of space between number one and number two. Cardinals got a strong defense. Their offense, I'll still say it, I think they got the best receiving core in the game right now. Kyler Murray's got plenty of weapons, and then Kyler Murray himself is a multi-tool weapon that you got. And because of his baseball pass, he can put the ball anywhere. He can make those awkward throws that has made Patrick Mahomes such the phenomenon that he is. Kyler Murray can do all of those same make those same plays. You know, and I know a lot of people are talking about, oh, he's little, he's short. Let me tell you, as somebody that had to line up, have my team line up on the opposite side of the field from him in college, that did not stop that man. He's little, and honestly, I think his size actually helps him. And the fact that he's little and mobile, he can get lost behind the offensive line. And now the linebackers or the spies don't know what he's doing. And because they do have that kind of fluid pocket where they can move the pocket with Kyler Murray, where normally in a more traditional pocket, he would technically be rolling out. But since they rotate that pocket out with him, he's still got his protection. And you don't really know, if you're the type of DB that likes to watch the quarterback's eyes and see where he's seeing, because that pocket rolls out with him, you don't got that empty look where you can see where he's looking. And the fact, like I said, like with Patrick Mahomes, he can be looking one way and still make a play going the other way. And that's deadly. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking that I would say, like, if Bills are number one, Cardinals are like 1.1. They're right there nipping at their heels. The only reason why I don't want to give them the nod for number one is because you can clearly see the Bills' chemistry is fully on display. They know what they're doing. They know what the other players doing. They don't got to look and see, the other receiver. No, they're all doing their job. Number three, I say the Bucks. Still the only team in Super Bowl era to return all 22 starters. But a lot of people are saying, they haven't had that many great games. They've had a couple bad games. Look at last year, man. Last year there was a while, man. We was clowning on Tom Brady prior to week 6, and then all of a sudden, I think that was right about then they got AB in, and then all of a sudden, boom, they took off.
The Bears blew their ass out last year.
Yep. Yep. So number 4. Oh, number 4. I probably have to say, I want to say the Chiefs, but kind of like the Bills and the Cardinals, I have the Chiefs. Number 5 is open for me. I'll put it to you like that. There's a couple of teams that I think. I want to say number 4, the Chiefs. We got tape on the Chiefs now. We know what the Chiefs are doing. We know what they want to do. We know what they're going to do. And some teams have been able to take away aspects of their game but I still haven't seen a team completely shut down their offense. And honestly, with Patrick Mahomes, I don't think you can truly shut down their offense.
I don't know. I think Buffalo did, but came about as close as you could come to. That was a pretty bold statement that Buffalo laid down.
They only took the blueprint from the Buccaneers of the Super Bowl. Don't let Tariq over the top make Patrick Mahomes nickel and dime you, because he's not that traditional quarterback. He want to get the ball down the field, so he's gonna put it in harm's way.
Stop.
Play bend, but don't break defense.
Did he just say the Chiefs?
Don't let the ball get over your head. You got a good chance at stopping the Chiefs, man.
Number 5, the Chiefs? What? Have you watched them this season?
They are 2-3.
No. So I got this one. Everybody remember the Bears history. We had Devin Hester, one of the great returners of all time, right? Remember the Super Bowl kickoff, boom, return it back, right? What did the Colts do? Stop kicking that motherfucker the ball, and Rex Grossman gave him the ball. We lost Super Bowl. I don't care if Tariq Hill is the fastest man alive right now. Bro, he can have 180 yards. If I can stop your running back and make your quarterback recall get turnovers, bro, you're done. Their defense, the Bears defense is better than the fucking Chiefs. So fuck that. So you will not overhype the Chiefs anymore. I got the Super Bowl era they had going. I love, do me wrong. I went in Missouri, I went and watched the Chiefs play in person more than one game. I love the Chiefs in real life. But I'm going to tell you, this year, bro, we don't give a fuck about Patrick Mahomes throwing 180 yards, Tariq Hill, 210 yards if he get in the game. Bro, if you cannot stop a motherfucker, you can't outscore nobody no more. We got your number, period. Because that running back ain't it. I love the kid to death, but I'm telling you, if you cannot get a fucking 3rd and 1 running the ball with that line this year, they're fucking done. They're fucking done. They should have drafted goddamn who the Steelers drafted. She got that Bama boy for them or something. Because no. Patrick Mahomes still a top 10 quarterback to this day. But you have the best tight end and you have the fastest wide, not the best receiver, the fastest wide receiver. That's the fucking difference people don't realize. Bruh. No. The thing is, Tyreek Hill is, to me, it's been realized, it's a difference between a complete wide receiver and a fast slot that can destroy everybody on the field. Can't nobody catch that motherfucker. Let's be real about it. But what I'm saying is, like, okay, I'll put it this way. I use Dallas. Cooper. Fucking goddamn Amari Cooper. That is a complete wide receiver. Hollywood. The Ravens is a complete wide receiver. That Steeler guy, what is it? Claypool? Him. He is going to be a complete wide receiver. Tyreek Hill is a short, fast one. If he get hit one good time and come back, he's going to be a fucking slower Beasley. And where he at now? Picking up 3rd downs. That's all we see him doing now. You know what I'm saying? That's all we see him doing now.
Beasley getting played like that because he came out talking about the vaccination.
That's true.
Let's be real.
That's true. That's true.
Beasley was effective. Matter of fact, Beasley gave us fits when we played their ass 2 years ago. We beat them, but Beasley, if they'd have kept going to Beasley, we would have lost that game.
Agreed.
I honestly thought trading Beasley was a huge mistake on the Cowboys' part because Beasley, one at the time, he was Dak's favorite target.
Correct.
How you gonna give away your quarterback's favorite target?
No,
and not only that, I can't remember what he dropped. Like what? 15 passes? That man, the ball's coming at that man. He catches it.
I agree with that, but I can't let Thomas. I can't let him escape with that. With what he just said. He said Tariq is not a complete receiver. I totally disagree. Tariq can run any route on the field, and can't nobody run a deep route better than him.
He can't block.
Because he's faster. But then you said Hollywood Brown is a better wide receiver than man.
No. I said a complete receiver. I said complete receiver.
I think Tariq got a more complete
better resume. Yeah, but once again, it's opinions. I like Hollywood. Like I said, we were talking about opinions, right? I said I like the Hollywood kid. I'm looking at their future. Like I said, the Steelers guy, right? He's having a great season right now. But we see what happened last time. Let their number one receiver go. And then you got the other one, thought he was number one, is now not even mentioned at all. And he keep getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but people realize when you're a number one receiver, right? You're going to draw a double team. Tariq outrun anybody. You can put a fucking 4 people. He's going to outrun their asses. I don't care what route. I don't care if it's a hitch, a go, a slant. He's going to outrun them. Let's be real about this. You know what I'm saying? But when a team see that, they say, yo, we give up 180 plus yards to that one player. And we got on third down, we got to stop. Like, we know the tight end. He's going to go down whenever he finally retires. He's going to pass to me. He's going to pass Gonzalez whenever he feel like retiring. Whenever he feel like retiring.
But I want to push back a little bit too, man. I don't think if you stop and they run, they too much care about that, man. I truly think to render them they're always going to be effective, but to make them look pedestrian, you literally have to feed the ball to Travis Kelce, and you cannot let Tariq Hill get off, because when Tariq Hill get off, and then you start bringing those safeties out of the box, so you get the safeties playing 2 safeties high, then that's when the running game should eat. But their running game ain't eating.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way I've seen to stop Tariq Hill and the Chiefs offense was what Tampa Bay did and what the Bills did. Keep your safeties high at all times and make them beat you running. You got to make them beat you running and then
keep the ball in front of you.
Because when Tariq Hill getting over top, ain't nothing else you can do with that. That opens up everybody else.
The other thing I'm gonna pitch in with that is you can't blitz Patrick Mahomes.
Nope.
You got to go with a 3-man at tops 4. You got to. And then if you're gonna send that fourth guy has to pin him in the box and keep him in that box. That makeshift pass rush box that you have. You can't let him out of that. So if you guys look, what the Bills did is a makeshift of what the Ravens and what Tampa Bay did to them. So basically, they say, hey, look, we're not gonna blitz. We're not gonna send 6 people blitz on you. We're gonna basically say, hey, we're gonna keep six DBs at any given time. 6
Buffalo
DBs.
didn't blitz the entire game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they was like, hey, shit, bro, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna either run around and get tired, run away from our guys, or we're gonna get you on the 3-man pressure. That's it. You not getting outside of no box. We're not giving Tyreek Hill over the top. And oh yeah, Travis Kelce, you catch that motherfucker, we pop you in the mouth. I think he had 3 catches for like 45 yards or some shit like that.
And that's why I still have the Chiefs in my top 5, because like I said,
6.
Teams got film on them now. They know what they want to do. They know what they're going to do. They know what they're going to try to do. And basically, what the Ravens, the Bills, and the Bucks.
Hey, this guy's a Steelers fan. Right? Remember, they Steelers fans. Remember that.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. With your Bears over there.
Bear down.
Hey, you know what?
My quarterback better than yours.
And your Bama lost to the Aggies, bro. You lost to the Aggies.
Hey, hold on. We gonna get him on that.
White Sox lost all season to Houston. You thought he was gonna win the series? Are you serious?
No, Thompson. Your ass the reason why John Gruden got fired, bro.
Oh, I posted a video about that. You ain't see it on Facebook? I posted a video. Shit.
Y'all whooped that man ass. They said, all right, fuck it, let the emails go.
Bro,
No, it's even worse than that. Holliston is the reason why Deontay Wilder lost. His damn Alabama lost. When Alabama lost, Deontay Wilder heard Alabama lost, he ended up getting his ass knocked out because he forgot they go Alabama too.
still roll.
Thompson, get him off of you, man.
So this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. Nick Saban has only went undefeated 2 times. He's been a coach with Bama. 2 times. 2 times. We lost to Texas A&M when Johnny McZell was there. Like people, we lost to Auburn the year they went to the fucking won the championship. We lost to Georgia the same year we came back and won the championship. Why do people forget these things? Bama does never go undefeated but twice since I've been alive, bro. Twice. They can lose to Texas A&M and still make the playoffs and still go in a bowl. No one's gonna pay to watch Iowa play a fucking game. Who the fuck want to watch Cincinnati play a game. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody gonna pay to watch them motherfuckers in a bowl game.
We don't forget, but Alabama is so dominant when they lose. If you're not an Alabama fan, you have to get on the bandwagon and ridicule them. That's just how it is. They the Patriots. They the Patriots of the.
They're the dynasty. They're the dynasty right now.
And I really want y'all to beat Georgia. I stay here in Georgia. I'm gonna tell you. I made a post earlier this year. Georgia fans is like Cowboys fans. Now this year might be a little bit different, but Georgia fans is just like Cowboys fans. Every dang old year we gonna win it all, and every year we end up shit in the bed, man.
I was just telling my boy that today. But see, but the thing with Georgia fans is they don't never want the smoke with Alabama. They want the Aggies to try to take them out first.
No, but they done messed up because every time Alabama take a loss during the season, especially early in the season, that's all they need to get correct. That's all they need is that one loss, and they already took that L. So guess what? Now they about to run the table, and they gotta run into Georgia, and I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. These Georgia fans is crazy, man.
They are crazy because now they're gonna have to play when they play for that SEC championship. They're gonna be sad again.
There you go. Get out of here.
Okay.
Dang.
I didn't know you was doing that.
Why you come on with the cleats on?
I didn't know you.
Why you?
I'm ripping off.
I asked you a question. Why the hell you fucking kicking the straps? Ask a question. You got a little fucking ass. I'm gonna knock your ass out. Real talk. You got me fucked up, little boy. I asked you a fucking question. You walk around whining.
They're gonna get demonetized.
All I've asked was why you had cleats on. He started whining about it. Bro, who the fuck you yelling at though? All I asked is why you got your cleats on.
You be
No,
yelling.
I'm not gonna be quiet. Fuck that. I asked a question. You come in crying. I asked why you got cleats on. That's all I'm gonna ask you. You want to go quiet? Shit.
I like Kyler Murray on the MVP.
Fuck.
Just because, like I said, the team that's around him right now is solid. And he's got weapons. I think they are the only undefeated left. I honestly think Kyler Murray is building his case right now. That being said, Lamar Jackson has had two performances this year that were just fine. His comeback against the Chiefs and his game Monday, that man is everywhere. If he continues to have games like that, you're not going to be able to stop him. Basically, is what I'm saying. But that being said, I still think Kyler Murray right now, to me, is looking like the front runner in the MVP conversation. That being said, Lamar Jackson keeps balling out the way he's balled out a couple of times this season. I don't see how you could stop that man from being MVP if he continues to perform the way he's performing. Defensive player, I like what Diggs is doing, but I definitely think they're getting ready to just stop throwing to that side of the field. Just because they're not going to want him to keep racking up interceptions. I don't know why though. I got Mac in my head because he's been a sacking machine this year. Was it Khalil Mack? Yeah, Khalil Mack over there on the Browns. That man has been living in opposing offenses backfield all season long. And I'm not just talking about what he did.
Bears. He's on the Bears. 4.5 sacks.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, that man, he's getting. And that's another thing too. When we're talking pass rusher, everybody always wants to talk about sacks and hits on the quarterback. That's not all a pass rusher does. That's not it. A pass rusher, a hurry. If you get a hurry on the quarterback and you make him throw early, or you get him panicky and you got to make him just throw to a check down, that's Brown getting interceptions every game the way he's been getting them, then obviously he's gonna get the defensive player. But I like sacks. I'm with Coach over there. Pass rush. Your pass rush could be an extension of your pass coverage. Because if you only give the quarterback 3 seconds to throw the ball, guess what? You don't have to have a good secondary. Because your secondary only needs to cover their man for 3 seconds. That's it. All right? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi quarterbacks on the ground. He's rushing out the pocket. He's scrambling. He's checking down the ball, or he's throwing the ball out of bounds. Just getting rid of it. Boom. All right? That right there, that's exactly what Khalil Mack's doing for the Browns right now. Those are my picks.
Nigga, he played for the Bears.
Talk about Miles Garrett.
I think you know about Miles.
There you go.
Miles Garrett got 7 sacks. Khalil Mack got 4.5. I'm looking at him like, yeah, Khalil Mack and Garrett is in the top 5. I'm looking at him like, yes, cause no, they're not the same. No, what you're not gonna do that like they're the same. He took his sleeve off the first game and he got drug tested. He said it. Cause Miles Garrett, he got 7 and Khalil got 4.5, but Khalil has more yards with the sack with the ones he have right now. And then you got Smith, Rose Smith on the Bears also got over 4 sacks. Well, that's why the Bears number 1 in sacks in NFL right now. But nobody want to talk about that though.
I'll tell you why he don't remember Miles Garrett, because Miles Garrett be knocking the shit out of Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey,
Bro, look, first off, you gonna talk about sacking Ben Roethlisberger? All right, that man cannot even saunter fast right now. He's so goddamn broken. All right, look, I love my boy Big Ben. All right, hey, Steelers fans right now going crazy. Oh, everybody talking shit about Ben. Y'all see the game? We played the Browns. Stop it. Sit back down. Like, we were supposed to beat them. All right, we were supposed to beat not the Browns, the Broncos. We were supposed to beat them, and they were talking about, look at Ben. Yeah, Ben had a great game because it was the fucking Broncos, bro. Like, every other team they beat it was don't got no wins. We were supposed to beat them. I like I said, I love him. He doesn't have the durability that he used to have. Because remember when Ben came in the league, he was having 300-pound linemen bounce off his ass.
Because he's a big ass 300 pounds.
Yep.
The motherfucker, he's basically a lineman playing quarterback. 6'8", 275, 280.
Brian Leftwich ass.
He's literally a fucking dumbbell smaller than a lineman.
All right, let me jump in here real quick with this top 5. All right, so me personally, I always go by the eyeball test, right? So I've seen some teams start out hot with good record, but some fluky things start happening. With that being said, right now, in my opinion, the most complete team and the best team in the NFL are the Buffalo Bills. They're getting it done on both sides of the ball. I'm not going to hold the one loss against them. They sent a big statement with that big win against Kansas City. A lot of teams with a thunderstorm and a whole bunch of craziness going on with a collapse under that pressure, but they just held tight. Made Patrick Mahomes look, like an average quarterback while they continue to dominate. So the Bills are occupying my number 1 spot. Now the same way Aaron was talking about how the Cardinals will be 1 alpha to the number 1. I'm going that same way with the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, they're doing it. Tom Brady still up there being timeless. He's on pace to set the all-time record for yards in the season. He's out there killing it. So I'm going to stay with those Buccaneers. My number 3 team is my Dallas Cowboys. I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper. I've spent the last 20 years, the season where we've won 12 games, but I knew in my heart we were fake. This one, how the kids say it hit different? This time it hit different. We're looking good on both sides of the ball. We have that energy. We 4-1. The one loss we have to the Buccaneers, and we played well that game. We can even argue that we outplayed the Buccaneers that game. It just didn't reflect on team, West Coast, the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers always been the second fiddle in California. Not this season. I believe Justin Herbert got something to say. They've had a great shootout victory this week. The Bolts, I like them. Normally the defense plays very well. Bolts are getting after it. But this time they still were able to pull it out. Literally win. My number 5 team, written off for dead, week 1. But we always seem to doubt the man, Aaron Rodgers. Like he can't get it done. But all he has done since then is lead those Green Bay Packers to 4 consecutive wins. I believe Green Bay is definitely going to have something to say in those playoffs. And then after that, it's just a scramble for who's going to hold off that number 6 spot. But again, I think right now, week 6, I got to go with the Buffalo Bills as the best team in football. I believe they will be. I believe they'll be representing that Super Bowl. And my MVP, I love what Lamar Jackson's doing. I love what Kyler Murray's doing. I love what Justin Herbert's doing. But I'm an old man myself, so I'm going to ride with the old gunslinger. I'm going with Tom Brady to go ahead and add some more hardware to his trophy case. All right, he got that Super Bowl last year. I think he's going to add him another MVP. I like it. I like it when I see the 40-something. That's what I do to them soldiers every day. I go in there, they look at me. I'm like, I'm old, but I still dust you off. And that's the way I feel Tom Brady's going to ball out. And right now, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep this pace up, but my defensive player of the year, I think a few of us have went with it. I think Diggs, I like it. The big plays, turnovers, they just can swing the balance of those games and the energy he's been bringing to AT&T Stadium. So I'm rocking with it. But that's where I'm sitting at as of right now. But I do have my hot take. I do have my hot take. I think we have seen the last of Russell Wilson in Seattle. I believe next year the Browns are going to, in the offseason, the Browns are going to pull that trigger. We're going to get Baker Mayfield to the Seahawks, sending Russell Wilson to the Browns.
They ain't getting rid of Baker. I'll tell you that right now. They ain't getting rid of Baker.
Stop.
You got a better chance of seeing Wilson on the Steelers than you do seeing him on the Browns.
That's wishful thinking on your part, bro.
But what you gotta think is Baker Mayfield is in the contract year, man. So this is his contract year. So that may play a huge factor in it, because if Seattle already know they're gonna lose Russell Wilson, which I truly believe they are, and then they can turn around and get the quarterback from the Browns for cheap. I think they may make that move. It's possible. That's a good hot take. I actually said the same thing in a previous conversation I was having with somebody else.
So I'm gonna ask the question real quick, and Will, you should already know I was gonna come at you with this. Everybody's talking about Diggs, right? Diggs, hey, I'm not gonna lie, Diggs is doing his thing right now. Who else is on the defense for Dallas?
Randy Gregory.
Okay, well, shout out to Randy Gregory.
Lawrence.
I still have an issue with the Cowboys defense.
About Leighton Vander Esch, but so I mean, where you going with this? I guess.
I don't. The Cowboys' strength is their offense, hands down, and I don't think the defense is close enough to where their offense is yet to give them a complete team title.
But like the past 5 years, our defense has been a liability, though. They're no longer a liability. They're not the best defense, but they're a serviceable defense.
Okay, I'll give you that. They're able to hold their water. They're able to, like you said, they're serviceable, and that's correct. I would like to see Dallas Cowboys, for once in their life, put a damn defense on the goddamn field. I don't know, like, I'm a Cowboy hater, but that at the same time, I'll give them their respect. When the Cowboys are good, the whole total NFL product is a better product when the Cowboys are doing well, because they're that team. That's why every football movie you ever watch, where it's some fake league or it's supposed to be the professional league, who's the team they always play at the end of the year? Dallas. Because
I was in Afghanistan in the guard tower, and even the Afghani knew about the Cowboys.
that's what they are. That's what they are.
You want to know why he knew about the Cowboys? Because it's been y'all years since '92 and all them goddamn
I think
NFC
it
champions off there.
Yeah, so
Dan Quinn got them boys playing with confidence.
you saying we went out there doing Desert Storm?
Hey, I'll say this, and I can't remember if I said it at the beginning of the season or not. All right, but if you go back and you look at the NFC East, no team has won titles within 3 years, right? Basically what that means is in a 4-year period, every team will get a chance to be the NFC East champion. Guess what? Cowboys fans, get ready to hear it. It's y'all's year this year. All right, this is y'all's year to win the NFC Championship if you follow those same stats.
But see, what I'm not gonna let y'all do is, you know what I'm saying, boost my head up, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hurt so many times throughout.
That man got PTSD from being a Cowboys fan.
It's that.
They got Cowboy prayer groups.
That's why they're not in my top 5 right now.
Under normal circumstances, when we play so like the Giants game, right? This was a typical Cowboys trap game where we go in there against a bad team and then we play bad and let that bad team get off the hook. But this time we beat them down, and that's what I'm saying. This is different.
Hey,
Like, I
listen,
can feel it.
I totally agree with what you're saying, but I don't care about any anomalies or anything like that, bruh. I'm not gonna say we the shit until we holding the damn trophy at the end of the year because they've let me down too many times for me to get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? It looks good, but every game I'm watching, I'm still like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in that. I'm traumatized over here, man. So they won't be top 5 probably all year. They'll be right on the edge of 5.
Somebody told me this something that stung with me earlier. It was like week 1. My boy Eagles fan. So I was talking my smack. He said, "Stop, son." He said, "You spent a whole career and you about to retire since the last time the Cowboys were good. That shit hurt."
Hey, the non-commissioned officer right there.
Hey, I would have counseled the fuck out of him. Hey, motherfucker, put your ass in.
Eat your fucking face, bro.
Parade rest.
Motherfucker, you don't be talking shit about my team. Fuck you talking about? No, I'm joking.
But one last thing though. Look, I know it's all football, but did y'all watch the fight? That was a hell of a heavyweight fight. That was probably like one of the best heavyweight fights I've seen.
I didn't like it. Here's the reason why I didn't like it. Is because this is what it looks like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. It looked like to me he felt like ever since the first fight I knocked him down so I can knock him out. So I'm gonna go for the knockout instead of being more technical. Hey, conserve energy. Let's get to the 10th round.
He was trying to send haymakers too much in there, I think.
Because once he tired himself out, the whole game changed.
Because he didn't stick to the script. He didn't stick to it.
And then it's like you this guy is equally the same size as you. Probably can take a little bit more punishment than you. Probably I wouldn't even say he's probably stronger. I wouldn't even say I think Wilder's probably stronger than him. But if you're talking about the more well-rounded boxer, meaning basically I can take punishment and I know I have some kind of defense, I think Fury had him. So he has. I don't know who his trainer was because if I was training him, I would have told him that. Hey, look, bro, this is what it is. You pop your shots, and we're gonna relax. From round 6 to 8, we're just gonna see what Fury comes out with. If Fury comes after me, and I know I'm not throwing this much, I know his plan is to knock me out. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going counters.
So I know way more about boxing than I even know about the NFL. And Malik Scott was Deontay Wilder's trainer. He fired his previous trainer before this training up for this fight. But the thing about it is Tyson Fury's been boxing since he's been 4 years old. Deontay Wilder didn't pick up the sport of boxing until he was 18. He started boxing, to help get his daughter treatment because spina bifida. All right, so that's why he started boxing very late. He won the bronze. He won the bronze in the Olympics or whatever the case may be. But what we watched was literally a Hellcat versus a V6, right? They both may look the same. They both are heavyweights, but it's two different products in the ring, right? And
they look confused.
The only chance Deontay ever had of beating Tyson Fury is knocking him out. Tyson Fury could beat Deontay Wilder by knockout or by just outboxing him. And in addition to that, one of the biggest things about that fight was Tyson Fury is a natural 6'9" guy. He's a natural three. He can walk around at 300 pounds and be totally fine. He can move with that weight. Deontay Wilder is like a fucking basketball player. He don't have the build to carry so much weight.
He don't got the frame.
Is that night than he ever been. Deontay Wilder usually fight at 220 at the most. He fought at 240. That 20 pounds extra was just like that damn weighted vest that he wore on the fight before that. It was already taxing his ass, right? So if he get Fury out in the first 7 to 8 rounds, he wasn't gonna beat Fury. Fury is a way better boxer than he is, and that's what it was at the end. Tyson Fury, when he was tired, he was able to box. Deontay Wilder, when he was tired, he wasn't able to do shit but throw wild punches. And unfortunately, he will never be able to beat Tyson Fury unless he catches him and knocks him out, because he's not a technical boxer. Like you said, like he should catch him with a counter. Deontay Wilder don't know what the fuck a counter is.
No. Every time he threw one of them haymakers, he got hit with a counter punch.
It was crazy to me, man, because I was like, bro, here we go again with this shit, man. You in there throwing wild. You act like you been boxing a motherfucker at the bar. Like, no, bro, this is a motherfucking heavyweight champion.
I didn't see much of the fight, but from what I did see, he was out there looking tired and confused. It was like he was seeing two of them out there, because he would swing, not get nothing, and all of a sudden, boom, he got a glove in his face. He just looked like he was seeing ghosts out there.
Well, I would be if I hit somebody with my best shot, knock him down twice, and he get up, dabbing me in my face again. I would have to look.
Hey, I would like take these motherfuckers off, man. I'm out. You warm, bro. You got it.
I mean, can I do mine? I just realized everybody just had their little conversation about the Wilder fight. It's gonna be a fight up in this bitch, goddamn shit. Anyway, okay.
I'm surprised you know where the mute button at.
Oh no, he get cussed out. I don't give a fuck who. Shit, fuck you mean? Shit, everybody get this work. I'm gonna fuck age, gender, whatever you get this work. Anyways,
Okay, Black Darn Group.
I didn't touch it. See, the crazy thing is, I didn't touch it. Did not put a hand on it. I don't hit kids no more. I'm good. I ain't going to jail with nobody kid. Not even my own. My MVP for the year are the kickers, for one. Kickers.
They're the real MVP.
Kickers. If you watch last week's games, I don't care what team you was, the kicker either made or ended your career. Then we still got the Raven dude on the record right now, Tucker. Fucking kicked over half the field. Like, bruh, that's not even human. So I'm trying to tell you right now, to me right now, the MVP of the kickers of the league. Because either when everybody had them jokes a few years ago about the Bears kicker, you know, karma's a bitch now, you motherfuckers. Because my kicker right now is on a current streak. Still going right now. Because we let old Eddie bing the doggone dunk out of here. He gone.
He got the card over there.
We say we got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, I see that.
I
Yeah.
got that man's signature.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Put your card away.
so I'm finna fuck y'all up.
I got a helmet, baby.
We doing this right now? All right. Dennis Rodman. Are we doing this? All right.
Hey, this ain't fair, man. I'm in my car. I ain't got no gear on me.
It ain't my fault. He started. So I'm going. My top 10 is the Rams, number 10. Titans, number 9.
Hold up, motherfucker. How you get 10? We did 5.
Y'all bag. Y'all talk about everything in life. Fuck y'all. I'm Waddell Lawrence Thompson, bitch. I'm retired. Look at this.
Hey, when it's your show, you can do what you want,
Not really.
All right.
Not really.
Roger.
Because clearly the recruiter talked more to me tonight. Let's be real about it. The guy with the damn Smeedum shirt on with his titties showing over there. And then you got the other one here with his Reebok shirt on. His arms busting out his shirt too. That's right, extra large. And he just big as hell. Both of them got extra large shirts on. Their muscles just busting out of it. Don't be doing that to me. It made me look bad.
Hey, the art of closing is you gotta dominate the situation. You gotta come in, hey, you gotta come in with that intimidation tactic, man. He was intimidated. That's when I joined. Hey, I'm good.
Oh, matter of fact, it's my 21 anniversary. I graduated from boot camp today too. That's crazy. So since y'all want to be smart asses, my top 5: the Bucks, Cardinals, Bills, Chargers, and Ravens. My number 6 is the Cowboys and Packers together. Because the same reason y'all said earlier, I'm not sold on Dallas defense. Because like y'all know, they're finna throw it away from him. I'm sorry. Y'all can have all the hope in the world y'all want to. They're going to throw it away from that guy. If I know for a fact I'm playing somebody and I know they're going to stop throwing the ball to him, I'm rooting for him because I'm a Roll Tide fan. But if I realize this wide receiver playing cornerback, catch every time you throw the ball to him, I'm going to stop throwing the ball his fucking way, period. Then his number's going to stay the same and went up like a regular thing. Because remember in the Bears, how the Bears got Super Bowl back in the day. Charles Tillman used to punch the ball out of everybody's hand. He didn't intercept the ball. Charles Tillman, they used to knuckle punch the ball out your hand. You know what I'm saying? That's what Charles Tillman was known for in the Bears. He was a receiver that could stay with you. Cornerback stay with you to knock the ball out. So, me personally, if I'm playing, I'm not throwing the ball to you. Like you act like other people ain't got more than one receiver. It's only a few teams only got one receiver, but there are a lot of other teams got different receivers and cornerbacks. Tight ends or running backs to catch the ball. Just stop throwing the fucking ball. Because the Eagles play them again. Hurts ain't throwing over damn 20 yards. That's a Hail Mary down the field anyway. So, with that being said, I'm going to throw it to no-name guy on my team, and then guess what? He can't get the interception. You know what I'm saying? I like the Ravens as number 5 because, like we said, if you take you take Jackson off of that team, they're the fucking Jaguars. Period. They're on whatever. The Jaguars, to me, is the worst team in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence should be on the bench.
The Jaguars, but the record would be about right.
That's what I'm saying. But the Jaguars is the worst. I think Trevor Lawrence should sit down until they go draft him some help because he's going to die his rookie season in the NFL. That dude's going to die. I like the.
Zach Wilson would die before he would, though.
That's true. Zach ain't gonna make it either. You ain't never lied. He on the Jets. I like the Chargers. Like everybody said, everybody's sleeping on that quarterback. That dude, he's special. I like him. It takes a lot for me to say that because I hate every LA team in history. That's the Lakers. Everybody hate them all. But I like the Chargers offense. How it flows good. Their defense is one of those that gotta try to hold on, keep them in the game. But I just feel that the Bills my number 3. I think the Bills, it's a scary fucking team. That team is scary as hell to me this year. I don't know why. Something about they got a balance to me. And my number 1 is always the Bucks because I can't bet against Tom Brady. That dude's a fucking human cheat. Period. I can't. That dude ain't human. You're not supposed to be able to be over your 40s and go in the line of audible and just dumping it off to nobody if it ain't Gronk and them. It's no name receivers coming out of nowhere. Hell, on paper, his number 1 receiver is Mike Evans. You wouldn't know that watching the game because Mike Evans pops up in the third, fourth quarter and start catching balls. AB looks like a whole different AB again playing with him. He looks happy again playing. And Gronk has been out again like he always get hurt during the season. Oh, Cyborg get hurt to come back in, whatever. But he got everybody forgot O.J. Howard is on that team. You ain't really seen O.J. Howard do nothing. He literally got Jones and them coming in, catching passes, and Howard come in, he blocks and do what they do to block for him. Like, I can't bet against Tom. That's why I said Bucks number 1 for me. The 2 is Cardinals. I think Murray got a damn chip on his shoulder. He can try to prove to people that everybody said he couldn't do nothing because he was so short. And I like the kid. Like we were talking earlier, he's a baseball player and a football player. Like we said, look at Russell Wilson. I got this. This year was going on. It looks horrible, but look at his career. His career-wise, that dude's been a solid quarterback, been a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Besides listening to his coach on that goal line play in the Super Bowl, I would audible it. But anyway, so the defense, right? Everybody talking about the Cowboys' little 6 interceptions, right? Do y'all realize y'all realize my team is ranked better in defense than y'all are right now? Why everybody just
You're
crazy?
like 28th in the league.
But you know, like we're number one in sacks, but everybody know Dale. I'm a board. Hold on a minute. I have the Bears tatted on my body. That's how much I love the Bears. See the difference between me and some of y'all.
Our bar was set. We were the worst defense of all time last year.
So on paper it said that, but we watched the games. That ain't true. Let's be real here. Have you seen some of these NFL teams? Have you seen Detroit Lions play? The Detroit Lions probably been the worst defensive team I've seen in my life, my whole 39 years on this earth.
But the Lions are scrappy. They ain't just getting beat to death.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, okay, so we were talking about stats, right? So stats wise, if you watch the game, it's different than the stats. So I would say that because if you watch Dak that first game against the Bucks, right? That was the first time he been back on the field since he got hurt, whatever, right? That dude played with a lot of heart. I don't give a fuck the outcome of the game was, but I watched him. You know me. All y'all know me. I hate the Cowboys. Y'all all know me. Know I hate the Cowboys, right? And there's only one reason. Because everybody think Emmitt Smith is better than Walter Payton. Y'all kiss my ass thinking that shit gonna happen. Oh yeah, Cowboy fans think that shit. Y'all kiss my ass. He broke the record. Bitch, he stayed in the league extra 2 years to get that record. Get the fuck out of here. Barry Sanders would have broke the record if he stayed in the league. Let's be real here. If Barry would have stayed in the NFL, he would have broke the record, and he'd been the legit #1 running back of all time.
If Deontay Wilder wasn't so damn punch drunk, he would have made it to the 12th round.
No. What did you say earlier? He doing it for one reason. That dude boxed for his daughter. Let's be real. That man, hey, after I read the article after that fight happened, y'all already know I'm a father and I'm gonna kill my stepson later. But anyway, not physically. I don't put my hands on kids no more. No, sir. No.
Not on camera.
No, period. No. No, bro. No. I don't touch, not even my own. No, sir.
Sorry, T, man. You come on. I need to bring you to the front of the congregation because you're gonna have to explain to me how you're gonna say you got the Ravens at number 5 and the Cowboys not in your top 5, and we just watched the Ravens defense get shredded to shreds, man. Oh, they made Carson Wentz look like he was the second coming of Peyton Manning.
Did you hear what I said for number 6 was? Did you hear my number 6?
I didn't hear.
My number 6 is Cowboys and Packers. I said it right after the Ravens.
But you said you got the Ravens over the Cowboys because you don't believe in the Cowboys defense. But how can you believe in the Ravens defense? Man, Carson Wentz, that's probably the best game Carson Wentz
The
ever.
Ravens defense had one bad game. Dallas Cowboys have had 2 bad decades.
Hold on a minute. So you telling me fourth quarter. Hold on a minute. No, you asked me a question about I picked the Ravens over the Cowboys. Fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter. You're telling me you trust Dak Prescott with the ball before you trust Lamar Jackson with the ball in the fourth quarter? You down 10. Who do you trust the ball more? Dak?
In the playoffs?
No. We talking about regular season. We're not in the playoffs. We don't know what happened. Because all it takes for y'all to lose is 2 people and the Dallas ain't going to be spoke of again. Y'all always in the division. It's up for grabs anyway. Y'all, so watch this.
Money out on the field.
So watch this.
First of all,
Who is y'all backup quarterback?
hey, Tony Romo. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your backup quarterback?
We don't worry about that.
Really? Come from the guy that got hurt fucking less than a year and a half ago. Anything happened? Did you not just see what happened to Barkley in that game with y'all? He got the weirdest freak injury. His whole ankle got bolted up. That's what I'm saying. So that's what people realize. Because everybody crazy you got Andy Dalton. It's cool. Andy Dalton can manage the clock. And then we got the fucking Super Bowl phony, Nick Foles, sitting over there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He can come in and throw the ball for 10 seconds and get out the game and get hurt. I don't fucking care. But I'm saying is, so...
Trip on his way out.
Exactly. Trip on his way out the damn... That's what I'm saying. And he asked me why I have the Ravens over the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys / Packers because some fact, like you said earlier, we can't look past the first game the Packers did. But the Packers look good ever since that first game. Let's be real. The first game was first game Phil's play. Phil's...
They left Green Bay for dead after.
Yeah. And I never count Green Bay out. Let's be real. I never count Green Bay out. I've been doing it my whole life. But that's what I'm saying. I just say after watching what they did Monday, I just put them a slight edge over the Cowboys. I'm not saying the Cowboys is not even in the top 10. That's some bullshit. I'm saying my number 6, them and the Packers are together. Because I said, I don't trust I know come down the fourth quarter that Lamar's going to fight. And the thing is, with the damn Dallas defense, they be playing back too soft. I need them to just go knock somebody out, be done with it. Because Lawrence is having a good season as right now. I fuck with Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to watch y'all games come in Texas because they feel like you can't watch another game unless you like stream it on a fucking app. I don't understand this place why they put it.
We always get the national game, baby. We don't never kick it one.
That's not true. We had the national game when we lost to who did we play? Who did we lose to? Who did we lose to? Rams. The fucking Rams. The fucking Rams. We had the Sunday night game. We lost to the Rams. But we replay a game right now. It'd be a different outcome because of the simple fact that they took the playbook out of Nagy's hand for now. I don't think anything happened for the Bears. I'm just hoping Nagy get fired and move on with our lives personally. But I'm tired of that Nagy garbage ass. But I think the Steelers need a new quarterback this next season. I think Tennessee problem is Tannehill. It's Tannehill. I'm sorry, it's Tannehill. If Tennessee got another, if they got them a version of mobile quarterback, we would re-see the early 2000 Eagles when McNabb was with what he had, Deuce Staley and all them. They could run the offense with fucking Henry. Henry's still the fucking rushing leader right now for a running back. But the thing is, you can't he can't carry you to a Super Bowl. It's not gonna happen. Their defense worse than all our defenses. Like, have you seen the Titans game, bro? Their defense is like, it looks like Alabama looked against fucking Texas A&M. Their defense is pretty fucking bad. So they need another quarterback bad. Tennessee need another quarterback. I think the Rams got a good fit with Mr. Stafford himself. Like, I got the Bears ranked at like number 15 because beside the Bears defense, I think our offense is still trying to learn. If we get the right coordinator, I think the Bears will be a lot better. We got the receivers there and got the running back whenever Montgomery come back from his injury, but our fucking coaches are horrible. We need to get rid of our fucking quarterback. And I think this might be Hicks or Khalil Mack's last season on the Bears. They're gonna get rid of one of them. One of them gonna go.
I heard John Gruden was available.
I almost cussed you out just now. So if you
Send him an email.
so fuck that. What you mean? Think about what I did in Afghanistan. What was 2010 with Afghanistan? 10, right?
Yeah.
When I tagged the colonel and the sergeant major in the Facebook comment, told him suck my dick. You think I still be on right now if I did that right now? Let's be real. If I would have did that right now in 2021, what I did back then.
The difference is when you do it as the first sergeant. That's the difference.
You know I would, but
So sorry, T. Are you sticking up with John Gruden or what?
no, I'm saying no. What I'm saying is, if y'all investigate more into everybody's shit, there's gonna be a lot of people fired in the NFL. Cause it's like, it feel like it's like, well, I got busted for weed. Like, I'm gonna go say this dude over here doing this and that. Like, everybody throwing each other under the bus. They snitching. It's gonna be a lot of people gone. Cause we all.
The last thing to come out the John Gruden story was that it proved Dave Chappelle's point.
Yes, it
Nah,
did.
man. All I gotta do is see anything that say emails about Jerry Jones. I'm just gonna walk away. Cause
Yep.
I know he be talking some shit.
Jerry Jones got a burner account.
Bro, skip that. Think about how we ain't heard nothing about the Kraft Patriots. That story died.
And he got the best PR team.
He owned West Palm Beach, Florida. He know
But
what's
see, and
up.
that's why I say this whole email thing. This shit is way too convenient to me. You know how much money the NFL is gonna make having just having Urban Meyer in the league. All of a sudden, he in the hot seat, and then that within 3 days of him being in the hot seat, you talking about the FBI is gonna raid
Agreed.
We're still gonna be talking about John Gruden 4 weeks from now. Watch.
Got my gloves, my breast cancer gloves.
Trust me, man. It was like I know R. Kelly when Bill Cosby got in his trouble. I know R. Kelly was like, "Thank you." Like, like I'm telling you, man.
No, did you not see what happened? Bill Cosby said that R. Kelly got railroaded, bro. He said it since he got locked up. Tell Bill to sit down somewhere.
And John Gruden might be getting railroaded right now. I mean, listen, I'm not taking up for the man, but locker room talk is locker room talk.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. We all know that, especially us in the military.
But here's the deal, though. So I get the locker room talk argument, all that. But if you are the leader, right? We all leaders, right? We all in the army. We all been leaders. If you are in a position of authority, like if you platoon sergeant, and if you sending out bullshit in the group chat, and then you get caught, whose fault is that? That's you.
Oh no,
being a dumbass.
listen, I'm not excusing him for what he did because honestly, it's the difference between locker room talk and you doing it in correspondence. Anytime you doing it where it can be tracked, you're an idiot.
A whole
You're an idiot.
professional email chain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about he was sending naked pictures, everything. He was doing everything. But when you're a part of that 1%, you can do stuff like that without any fear of reprisal. But the only thing about it is, it does seem like it was kind of a setup because Urban Meyer was. I mean, just think about what Urban Meyer did, man. I haven't seen a bigger fumble of what Urban Meyer did out of a head coach in a very long time.
No, that's facts. And that is facts. But let's be honest. Have the Jaguars been 6-0, and we seen that footage, nobody would have cared about it.
Boom.
We wouldn't have seen the footage. It would have never surfaced.
Well, okay, I'm gonna take it to a whole nother context, right? So, shit, you ain't even gotta be that. Let one of us do it and see where we go. Go to the bar right now and let somebody record you with some random female, and then let that shit get aired out to your unit or whoever. With your current status that you're in, I don't know if anybody married, but what happened to your career?
So, remember the younger me back in the day? I used to do those things.
Just think about that. So, and then the thing that I don't like. This is what I don't like. This is where I get confused. If you're gonna tap into morality 1 minute, you need to be in morality the whole time. When it comes down to the standards for your players, your coaches, staff members, ball boys, water boys, cheerleaders, all that shit.
And I agree, see, but like that's the crazy part is because like we lost like how did they even get these emails? Because they were investigating the whole Washington franchise.
Exactly. And
But that's because of Dan Snyder's crooked ass.
And if you notice, nobody from the Washington football team has been investigated publicly. None of that.
No, they took cheerleaders to Mexico and held their passports hostage. Come
But
on,
you also gotta remember though, the Washington football team owner is the second richest owner in the league, only behind Jerry Jones.
I'm with you. I'm with you on him being rich, but at the same time, it's why does the rich get to go ahead and just not even abide by the law, but don't even acknowledge the law?
Is that a rhetorical question?
They don't even abide by it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying though, because we kind of do it to ourselves. Because think about it. If I know, I can say, hey, okay, all right, man, shoot, I don't really like old boy, and he ain't valued by his community, so I can just kill him if I'm rich, and then I can be like, hey, let me go get this police station, these MRAPs, and donate this money to him, and then it gets swept on these drugs, or somebody randomly lose
Security.
But let's keep it a buck though. We see that happen in the Army all the time. How many times we done see we know a first sergeant major, a commander, will drop the hammer on the soldier.
But we can't do nothing about it, right? We can't do nothing about it, and that's what I'm getting at. It's because you know just like I know. Hey man, you ain't supposed to throw them damn Land Warrior systems in the trash. We know that. But then we say something about it, then guess what happened to us? Oh, your
just what it is because you got to think about it, right? All these politicians, I mean, Jesus, these dudes can be out here sending dick pics to little girls, all kinds of craziness,
R. Kelly.
and still don't get reprimanded, don't lose a position, still get that same pension, still get to work in the same position, and probably get promoted. It's just how the game goes. And honestly, who's more scrutinized than a soldier? Who's more scrutinized than a soldier? You go out and get a DUI as a soldier, you're done. You go out and get a DUI as a politician, so what?
Shit, you could be NFL. Hey, you could be NFL owner and get a DUI. Then turn around, come to practice the next day, give out
$100 bills out.
What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing?
Odell Beckham.
Like
That,
what?
I mean, that's just how the game go, man. Unfortunately, it is definitely unfortunate. It is unfortunate to the highest power, but it's the hypocrisy that we live in today. It's just like the Squid Games. If you seen the Squid Games, what was it? It was a bunch of rich people killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, crazy. Well, all right, gentlemen, man. It's 9:30 East Coast time. Man. I gotta go and pop smoke.
Yeah, I gotta do the same, man. I gotta get ready for my shower. I gotta get ready for my other YouTube videos.
Yeah, I don't.
Same.
All I gotta do tomorrow is the gym. I don't have nothing to do. My appointment's on Friday for VA, so I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Field games.
The only question that I didn't ask is, man, why Cam Newton ain't playing again? And we can talk about that on the next pod.
Yes. Yes.
Why
Yes.
is he not in the league?
Yes.
I'm just confused, man.
Well, if quick answer, you can't bite certain hands.
Oh,
You can't bite certain.
that just feeds back into what we were talking about now. It's a cycle. It's hypocrisy at its finest. But at the end of the day, there's no reason why he shouldn't be on the team. Especially after he said that I would even be a backup in the NFL. I would be a backup. That man should be in the league today right now.
But you got motherfucking Mike Glennon still in this bitch.
Mike Glennon.
Giraffe neck. Giraffe neck.
Alright, just man, be safe, man.
Yep. Aaron's gone anyway.
Cowboys.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's mission day tomorrow. What you got, bro?
Man, listen, man. I'm hurt down here, man. I hurt.
All right, y'all.
All right.